The No Fake Channel checking in. On today's episode of Sunday Supplement Review, I am reviewing the pre-workout Mutant Madness. Every Sunday, I review a new supplement for you dads to help you decide before you have to shell out your hard-earned money if it is something that's going to help you meet and reach your goals, if it's going to benefit you, and if it's going to fit into your lifestyle. On today's episode, I am reviewing another pre-workout. This is Mutant Madness. Now, before we even dive in, I have to give a huge thanks to Flex Appeal. They ponied up this pre-workout packet and a host of other supplements for me to sample. If you're not familiar with Flex Appeal, they have 3 locations in Massachusetts. I'm going to put their social media information here. I'm going to drop their address and all their information in the description below. They're located in Medford, Burlington, and Methuen. They have great prices, and oftentimes they meet and beat the online prices, and that is not something that is easy to do. So let's jump right into Mutant Madness. It comes in 4 flavors: fruit punch, which I'm going to be testing out, blue raspberry, lemonade, and pineapple. I want to mention first and foremost, when I was doing a bit of research on Mutant Madness, I found a slight discrepancy between the back of this packet and the online advertisements for this product. Oftentimes, supplement companies will tweak their ingredients slightly. They'll either change the quantity or they'll sometimes remove one if it hinders taste or whatnot. One of the big standouts was that the advertisement said that this had creatine in it, and the back of the packet says it does not. There's no creatine to be found, at least on the back of the packet. Not a big deal. Most people, myself included, just have a huge tub of creatine that they throw in once a day for their supplement regime, and not something that would be a deal breaker for me. A few of the other quantities of products had changed slightly, but nothing so drastic that you feel like you're going to get ripped off. Pre-workouts rely heavily on caffeine as a stimulant, and Mutant Madness is no different. The front of the packet even warns that it has 4.5 times the amount of caffeine as you would find in a normal amount of coffee. Now, I'm a huge fan of caffeine. I think it's a great supplement. I think it's a great product. However, you need to be concerned if it has too much. There is such thing as too much of a good thing. Oftentimes, if you get too high a dosage of caffeine, it will impact your muscles' ability to contract. So if you go too over the edge on caffeine, you're going to find when you go to the gym, you're not going to have as good of a workout because you can't squeeze that muscle as easily as if you had a normal amount of caffeine, or at least a reasonable amount of caffeine. Mutant Madness also has performance boosters like citrulline, malate, and beta-alanine, and a few others. I'm going to throw all of the ingredients on this packet right up here on the screen. It also has pump boosters, and I've mentioned in a previous video that I am really on the fence when it comes to pump boosters. If the pre-workout has it, great, but it's not something that is a deal breaker for me in terms of pre-workouts. If you're a fan of pump boosters, then that is definitely something on the positive side for Mutant Madness. I will say one of the big standouts and big bonuses of Mutant Madness is when I looked for the cost, I was able to find it at 54 cents per serving. I found that on bodybuilding.com with a coupon code, and I know I mentioned Flex Appeal. I haven't checked their prices out. I would guarantee you that they are at least, if not better, than 54 cents per serving. And again, 54 cents, that's pretty good considering a cup of coffee is probably going to cost you 30 to 50 cents if you make it at home. At 54 cents per serving, the price point is excellent compared to some of the other pre-workouts, and I will put up a comparison, apples to apples, of this pre-workout to others in terms of cost. I only really have a concern in terms of the caffeine, if it's going to be too much, and it's really going to either give me too many jitters or it's going to prevent me from really getting a good contraction on the muscles. But we're not going to know until we test it out. So I'm going to put this in the mixer, and we're going to go down to Gravity Fitness and test this pre-workout on my leg day. So squats, lunges, hex bar, deadlifts, the whole gambit. I'm going to take you through a bit of it, and I'm going to report back on the other side. It says to mix it with 8 fluid ounces of water. If you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll know I always mix it with way more water than suggests. This is almost 20 ounces of water. It does taste like fruit punch. It's almost like a a slightly watered down flavor of Gatorade. And again, I did use a lot of extra water, so if you're a fan of the Gatorade flavored fruit punch, you're probably going to be a fan of this fruit punch. I will say I'm usually a blue raspberry flavor type of person. That's usually my go-to in terms of flavors across a number of different supplement lines. If that helps you at all in terms of choosing the flavor, if you decide to go with Mutant Madness. All right, I'm going to finish this, head to Gravity Fitness, and see how this performs on my leg workout. This far in the video, then definitely give it a like and hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps me out know that you're enjoying these videos and that I should be making more of them. This channel isn't monetized. This channel has never been about making money, and it never will be about making money, but I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and that subscribe button so I know I need to keep making these videos, that you are interested in these Sunday supplement reviews. Now, on to the review of Mutant Mass. I will say the flavor was fine. It was fruit punch, not my favorite flavor, but it was basic. It worked. It didn't taste bad at all. It mixed well. I drank that whole 20 ounces very quickly, and it kicked in very quickly. The bad part about the pre-workout, I will say, is that it was just too much caffeine. My stomach was a little bit upset. Not much that I couldn't do the workout, but just slightly. I noticed it, and I had a little bit of a headache. And again, I think that's from the too much caffeine. It's just simply overboard. I know that that's an easy way for pre-workouts to really drive that stimulus home, is to just dump tons and tons of caffeine into their supplements, but I think this one just overdid it. The good part about it, as far as a pump goes, I did get a good pump for a leg day. I usually don't get much of a pump on leg day until the very end, and this one I felt that pump, and I felt good overall. I did have, as you would expect, a lot of energy for the whole workout. You can see I'm still going. I was about 90 minutes in the gym and still have plenty of energy. I just kind of stopped because I got to get going. I got to get home, and I obviously got to make these videos. Now, in terms of my rating, keep in mind my baseline average everyday pre-workout is a scoop of beta-alanine and 200 milligrams of caffeine in a pill, which is slow digesting. Okay, so that's my baseline, and that is a 5 because it is so cheap. It's basic, but pretty effective. Now, this score, I will give it a 6. I will say the one thing it has going for it, aside from the pump boosters, is the price at 54 cents per serving. It is extremely cheap, especially when you compare it to my basic pre-workout or even a cup of coffee. Is it the best pre-workout out there? No, it is not, but it does have a good price. I know a score of 6 seems low, but here's where you might want to go pick it up. If you don't have any pre-workout and you're saying to yourself, man, I'd like to get a pre-workout, I'd like to get just a little bit of something, then go out and get Mutant Mass, even though it's a 6, and only use half a dose, okay? 1 scoop is 1 dose. I would use half a scoop. That should be more than enough to get you amped up and get you in the gym. Keep in mind with these supplements, a lot of these companies are throwing in so much. They think more is always better. But there's something to be said for the mean effective dose. The minimal amount of dosage that you need to see the most results, to see a physical result, is all you need. So sometimes less is better. Again, so go out. If you're interested in just getting into the pre-workout market, you want something to kind of amp up your workouts, get Mutant Mass and only take half a dose. Again, that should be more than enough pre-workout to get you through a very hard workout. Now, if you're taking half a dose and you notice that it's not giving you as much kick as you did initially, then simply stop for a week, let your body readjust, okay? So what happens is your body kind of gets used to that caffeine level, let it kick back, go cold turkey for a week or at least a few days of pre-workout, and then cycle back on it, and you will notice again that a half a dose is gonna be plenty. Now, if you've tried Mutant Mass, let me know your thoughts. Are you more tolerant to caffeine than I am? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, I want to know what your favorite pre-workout is. If it's coffee, if it's another workout besides Mutant Mass in terms of pre-workouts, let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite pre-workout that I need to go out and try and compare to Mutant Mass and all the others that I've tested on Sunday Supplement Review? Now, if you've come this far in the video, as I mentioned, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, leave a comment. If you've got nothing else to say, just put in there that you made it this far in the video. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you dads be great parents to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I post tips and tricks to save you dads time, energy, and money. 3 things that are in short supply for every dad out there.